Hello, every folks, and good morning. Welcome to literally the first time I'm booting up Armored Core mobile mission here. So, okay, the reason I'm excited is because this is something that was basically impossible up till now. Because Armored Core had a couple of entries that they put out on phones. Now, the first one is basically like a Game Boy looking situation, so I can't wait to see what we see here. In fact, I expect by the end of this whole thing to be thinking, like, why didn't they put this on Game Boy Advance or something? But for another thing, this is friggin' adorable. They actually emulated the phone. They actually got this little phone UI and everything. I thought that was just for the trailer. Anyway, let's go to the garage. Man, everything is so hilariously crunchy and truncated here. Okay, we got the standard loadout from AC1, unless anything changed. It is spinning a little bit faster, so it's hard to tell. The question is, will they actually have a firing animation this time around? I don't know. But let's go ahead and change our stuff in general. Try to make the... I mean, that kind of works. Whatever. Let's go ahead and change that. Let's go ahead and turn... It's weird you gotta confirm it on everything. That kind of works. And then... Ew. It's kind of disgusting. I hate it. There we go. That will kind of sort of work. That was supposed to be general, though. I don't know why it's only affecting the legs. Well, here, let's do one of these type deals here. Ooh. Huh. Yeah, I guess it's to be expected. Kind of go brownish. Oh, now it's updating. Okay, I see how it is. It's like not updating unless you kind of do that, I guess. All right, that's weird. Anyway, let's see, viewer. Ah, you got like a little 3D model viewer. That's cool. Do we have any money? No, but I did see that there were some new weapons and stuff seemingly added. Now, I wonder if it's all just like every weapon category is just that one weapon type, because that's kind of what it's looking like. Let's see, we got this. We got like the range option over here. This is looking like a sniper rifle. Yeah, that's messed up. I guess they were trying to save space or something. Like, this is the sniper rifle, that's the machine gun. Which one do we get? Where's the ammo? Ammo solid. Ammo how much? Right, sure. Do we not have ammo? Weird. Okay, I guess we'll find out. Mission 1-1, squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. I have no idea what the hell you said. Let's just run up and kill things, I guess. Okay. What? No, I can't read this. Go away. Okay, so don't hit that button. Don't hit that button. Okay, so that's... Okay, so square, or basically square is going to be your melee option. We got missiles on X. How do you... Oh, that's cool. These controls suck, but this is cool, though. Yeah, I guess you don't have ammo. Huh. Man, this is so janky, but I love it. What's my shoot button? I don't know what my rifle button is, if that's... Huh. So yeah, okay, let me explain what's so weird about these controls, okay? So, you can't really jump. Or I guess you can kind of sort of jump-ish. You gotta stay still in order to fly up, but you can't really, like, fly over buildings, and for some reason you keep getting pushed back when doing that. Okay, so how do you switch weapons? Okay, so it's left. It's L1 to switch weapons. I don't know why they didn't just stick with the original controls, but screw it. And... Oh wow, you can blade like crazy in this one. There we go. Okay. 5 stars for something, 1 star for something else. No money, apparently. Alright, so that opens up all the other missions. Go do thing, yes. So, like, you strafe by default. You don't really turn very much. Once you lock onto something, you seemingly do a little bit of strafing action. Don't know why this rifle is, like, exploding. I mean, I guess it's kind of like their hit splats and whatnot. Now, given that that's a tractor-looking thing, I'm assuming this is your typical go deal with the workers trying to riot kind of situation. Yeah, this really feels like it belongs on a Game Boy. This reminds me so much of Battle Tanks. Yeah, so boost is circle for some reason. Fire is X. Yeah, it feels like they really don't expect you to manually turn that often. Oh, rifle's already out. I guess all the missions just kind of consist of going to a place and blowing up a thing then? Got little traffic cones, got weird little jank walking MTs over there. This is amusing. This is... you know what? I don't even know if this is good, but I do love that this exists. Like, this is interesting, if nothing else. Like, this is definitely a fun little novelty. Okay, win? Sure. Oh, we got... I was going to say we got a lot of credits all of a sudden, but apparently not. Also, apparently your money can't go negative, I assume. They're going to give us 14 grand for something. There's an AC. So this is what, an arena? Oh man, did we get actual AC fights? I wasn't sure if we'd have those in here. They're not exactly very complicated, though. Alright, energy's out. It doesn't really look like you can shoot off screen. Dodging is not really much of a thing. Now let's get our own small missiles going. I mean, I guess you can kind of dodge a little bit. Okay, so technically I lost there. Can do that one again. Try to move around a bit more. That perspective is hilarious. Kind of just mash your buttons here. Like, I genuinely don't know how much damage your blading does, but it doesn't feel like it does very much. Or apparently it does plenty. Okay, cool. We got whatever that is. Let's see. Assembly. It's not a head. It's not a core. I mean, they don't even have a thing for the generator. Okay, for the missiles, what do we have here? Power is the same. Presumably it's just more ammo or something? Okay, presumably it's just more ammo. We'll go ahead and sell our original one. Can we even sell things, actually? Let's just go ahead and buy the machine gun, I guess. Because I actually don't see an option to sell anything, so that might just not be a function. Here, so we get our machine gun, we got our heavy missiles, or at least heavier missiles. And let's go ahead and save it. Sure, why not? In fact, let's go fight the same guy again and see what that looks like. Why is he so much more aggressive all of a sudden? Yeah, I think this is literally just the basic machine gun. I'm not even sure it's using the original parts. Like, it feels like they're original parts in name only, because this is very, very different balance-wise. At least it seems that way. Which, I mean, it makes sense, given everything. Yeah, we just got high... Yeah, that did way better. I'm gonna say machine gun definitely still remains king here. Alright. Go fight whatever this is. You gotta be right up in the air to hit these guys. This is like attack the gun emplacements, I guess. I wonder if it is actually like literally the same old thing, because you're definitely getting dunked on just as easily here. Yeah, about to die. Alright. Just gonna go in there and blade it. Here. It's not working like I thought it did, but you can automatically aim vertically with the missiles. So I'm assuming probably the approach here is just go missiles and then kind of go away. Deal with those guys, and then everything else is less of a threat. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this music at first. It's kind of grown on me, actually. Yeah, you can't go negative. That's interesting. Right. So I'm just going to assume here that, that this is all we need. If I can turn. Yeah, it's really weird getting used to these controls. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so it was just gun emplacements. Okay, what's this one? This is just so weird. I love this. Seriously, how did this not come out on Game Boy? This is some Game Boy ass stuff right here. Like, genuinely, I remember was very confused for the longest time about the difference between battle tanks on PS2 and Game Boy, and like, this feels like exactly that. Yeah, pardon the cough. We just got over winter here in Michigan, so while at the same time we managed to get rid of winter, to the point that we're not coughing over the cold, now we're all coughing over the fun new addition of pollen and crap in the air. That costs too much. That also costs too much. What about a better core? I guess you can only go hyper heavy, and that's about it. What about a better blade, then? Gives nothing. 4,800. Sure. So I love how they don't even bother to animate the thing because they were trying to save on space. It was like, nope, it's you just change the color of your wrist knife. Oh, that's way faster. Okay. Blade everything. You can kind of bunny hop. But it feels like the sort of optimal thing right now is just sort of machine gun and blade. Alright, finish charging. There's only one thing left, though. I wonder if you can, like, if you can read Japanese, if you can rebind the controls to make it so that strafe is on your shoulders instead of where they are right now. I might just rebind it in the Steam controls, to be honest. That is throwing me off. This thing controls like a dang go-kart. There we go. We get to win! Oh, we got slightly different music from before. These look like a different asset. Now, I can't read what the actual mission objectives are. What the fudge are you? Oh, this must be another kind of sort of AC fight type deal. This whole turning thing is throwing me off. Yeah, I don't know what you are, but Whatever it is, we lost to it. So I guess it's like one of those custom MT type deals. Now, if you can repeat earlier missions, like, do you still get stuff for it, or... It's kind of interesting that you can regrind earlier missions, especially if you get, like, a better laser blade. Yeah, you do get additional money for it. Okay, yeah, that one's... Well, hello trainee AC of AC Mobile, how are you? Poor trainee pilot. Yep, there we go. Win. I'll take that. Dude, this is the easiest money grinding mission I've ever seen in Armored Core. That's awesome. There we go. 5 out of 5. Yeah, dude, missiles are freaking OP in this for sure. Not like they aren't normally, but like, still. Like, missile and blade is kind of fucked here. Alright, so, now we can go to the shop, and we can go buy some legs. We can kind of afford that. Can kind of afford whatever that is. Now, I wonder if we're going to have the stab, or if it's just going to be the same old swishy. Wait, we got quads at some point. Alright, whatever, we'll go tank. Get the better generator. We can't change our booster, interestingly enough. Alright, let's see what that looks like mission-wise. Yeah, no, it just looks like the exact same thing. I feel like this is kind of a downgrade, actually. I mean, we're definitely way more defensive, that's for sure. Like, I don't feel like we're actually getting the tank stab bonus thing. Although, you really can't deny results on that one. Yeah, like, basically untouched there. Alright, one more. I wonder if we have hand missiles, actually. Should go see if those are available at the shop. The machine gun's pretty good, but it seems like anything that's got a longer range lock is kind of the way to go here. In fact, actually, is this going to be the one Armored Core game where you actually properly want to run sniper rifles? Let's see, different machine gun here, power 105. Is this going to be the MG-1000? Because if so, I want it. We got bazookas, we got rockets. I kind of feel like rockets would be pretty nuts in this, actually. We got the pulse rifle, plasma rifle. If you say so, that looks like a Listerine rifle. Don't see what this is. So we got some rockets, got some chain guns. Back weapon L, what do we got here? Can we afford to stick on this other back part here? I guess we still keep our original stuff. See, back weapon R has nothing. Back weapon L has those. So we need to pick up one of those at some point. Let's try swapping out for this thing, see if it is the MG-1000. And let's go back and regrind the same mission all over again. I mean, I guess it's kind of sort of the equivalent. It's the MG-250. Because these maps seem to last all of 2 seconds. Oh, you can actually boost in a tank, though. Huh. Cool. Alright. Let's go to garage. Buy back weapon R. Oh, you can't run dual missiles. Apparently Gen 6 came early, or Gen 5, or no, Gen 6 there. So we got rocket and we got chain gun. Let's go rocket. Right, assembly. Let's go rocket here. Let's go rocket here. This thing should be freakishly heavy, but I guess let's see what happens. Yeah, that's actually kind of wild how much you can boost. Because like it basically completely overwrites all of the weaknesses of the tank. So we can just kind of zoom in and do this whole thing. I love it. All right. Now, let's see what mission 3-3 is like. You're apparently an AC fight. That's adorable. Now, I feel like our next thing should be whatever the biggest, most expensive generator is. Right. Cool boss fight. Anyway. Got whatever the XCL01 is. Generator. Sure. Whatever that is. It feels like it's probably going to be a pretty direct, like, weight equals power kind of situation here. Although this one's got a V6, which honestly doesn't tell me anything. Alright, what about 3-3? I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. What do all... Oh, we must have a broken AC or something. Oh yeah, energy is too high. Alright, okay, that's fine now. Cool. Okay, now we go into missions. Yeah, why does this thing feel easier to maneuver than the regular legs were? Alright, that's one enemy down. Yeah, it's really no shocker that they don't let you have more than one missile pod. Because this mess basically is easy mode. Alright, we got one missile left, and only 2 enemies left on the entire map. Those would make our tractor noises to go vrooming forward. Gotta say, the sort of like jittery, janking constantly makes me think of Twisted Metal 1. Alright. So we rocket that thing. Oh. Apparently a loss on that one. In fact, actually, let's go to the garage. Let's replace that arm weapon. I already have rockets, so let's just do this one. Go back to that. Or apparently this is a different one. There's a lot of these little MTs around. Yeah, this thing's weapon range barely exists. Although its ammo definitely does exist, so that's nice at least. And we can pick up the heavyweight core to go along with this. That should probably mesh pretty well. Certainly a lot more simplistic than the mainline entries, but this is still really darn cool. Like, I would have loved playing this on phone back in the day, probably, if I had any of those phones. Like, we had Snake. We had Snake on a frickin' Nokia. Alright. I'm not sure this soundtrack's going to go down as one of the best AC kind of bangers there, but... Oh well, we might actually be able to complete the entire game in one sitting here currently. Alright, should be one guy over here. So 2 is enough to do those guys in. And those ones. So I didn't really even need the machine gun, I was just firing 3 or 4 missiles per thing, assuming that that's what they needed. Kind of screwing this up right now. Alright. And the last one is over here somewhere, probably. done. So I guess this is where the real progression starts, because we only unlocked 2 missions that time. Okay, we got airplanes. Come to think of it, this was around the time that they added the enemy counter over to AC2 and AC3, if I recall correctly, so I wonder if that means that this is possibly where that came from. That'd be really cool if it was, actually. Alright, I'm not sure if these guys are really much more of a challenge there, dude. It's gonna look like dropships. Huh. Oh, well. I kind of feel like they just pixelated the dropship and used it like a fighter jet here. Huh. Right. So that feels like a little bit of bullshit there, but whatever. Immediately get shot by 4 enemies at once. Like, we just need to do a weapons test to see how well your face absorbs bullets. I'm not really sure what we're locking onto here, because feels like we're locking onto the guy behind him, but it's doing no damage. The hell's that about? That was strange. Anyway. Is it the usual 2 missiles kill everything, or no? Because unfortunately, it feels like we burned through a lot of our ammo there. So it's 3 missiles for each of these. Spam firing. There we go. 6 of them left. Although it is cool that you can actually lock on after the fact by the looks of it. It's like you fire the missiles and you do the sort of like catch-on lock. Armored Core Gauntlet. Crossover nobody ever saw coming. Okay, where's this last dude? Okie dokie. Let's go pick up a heavier core at this point. I feel like we can probably afford it. I don't even know if there's a point to upgrading your head here. I think we might as well just buy it and slap it on there just for the hell of it. Apparently it doesn't even... Like, it doesn't even, like, render in the thing, which is hilarious. It's just, like, way over there. And apparently all other cores are just unlocked through missions. Alright, 5-1. Alright, so you're over there. Oh, actually might have to consider weapon types here for a second. Alright, cool. It's kind of interesting that you can only lock onto those grounded enemies there when you're... Or, sorry, on the aerial enemies when you're actually on the ground. And speaking of feeling like battle tanks, man, that is, like, peak Game Boy battle tanks right there. Which, by the way, I would not recommend that game for anyone curious. It just sort of existed. And it was available at a bargain bin, so... That kind of tells you what you need to know there. Now, one thing that definitely would be welcome here would be a radar. Huh. Interesting. You can actually hover to some degree in a tank, apparently. Alright, come around the corner. Keep expecting to be able to switch weapons the other way by hitting that button, but that's the pause button. And I guess that's meant to be a helicopter. There we go, that's another win. Seriously, we might actually get through the entire game like this. Should just like finish it and go see if it registers as a speed run. Like, this is something so unbelievably specific, I doubt anybody actually ever speed ran it at all. Right. Oh, we only have a few seconds to do this? I did not realize that. Alright, 2 more left somewhere. We're actually starting to get varied mission objectives, how about that? Question is, are we going to run into them around the corner? No, and loss. Cool. Alright, so we got this corner. It's weird, this is finally starting to internalize towards the tail end of the game. The weird movement is finally starting to make sense, kind of. Not sure if that's a good thing or potentially a sign of scary things. Also, I could have sworn this is where I looked last time and they weren't here. Oh well. Whatever, it's fine. So apparently those are not the ones we need to be fighting. These ones fired missiles, maybe that's what it is. I suppose this makes more sense if you can read Japanese. Oh, there's only one left now. Okay. So it is some specific ones we're supposed to be looking for. Yeah, it was the ones firing missiles. Okay, good to know. And what's 6-2 look like? Whatever this is. Perfect. We're back to tractors for some reason. If you say so. Very, very tough tractors, it would seem. Maybe this is around the point the tanks start getting a little bit dunked on. So we're getting lasered by something. Alright, yeah, we're definitely dead. Oh, they're shooting plasma or something. Alright, let's see what 7-1 looks like. Alright, so there's one enemy we're looking for. What is it going to be, like Phantasma or something? Because somehow this feels like it's leading to fighting Phantasma. I don't know why. It just feels like a very Phantasma vibes around here. You know, I never actually looked into what these games were like, and I think that's part of the reason that I'm excited about them. Because, like, I know the ones that looked like they were a Gen 3 were the ones that really got my attention. I actually didn't know that... Oh, there's something. Okay, well, died to a giant gun, it would seem. Alright. So we just sort of avoid all this. Right. So maybe backstrafe everything here. Get these missile pods dealt with. Slightly higher health this time around. Given the layout of the buildings, it kind of feels like we should be able to go around here. meant to use the rockets. Dodge the side. Alright, this thing is dodgeable. Oh, and I think that actually might have hit that dude there. I wonder, or no, maybe they're just fading out. So what is this? This game's answer to Death Hallway or something? Oh well, it's manageable. Deal with the planes first, then the missile pods, because those are a problem. Oh, this is going way worse all of a sudden. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Like farmers being inconsistent, or if I was just doing better dodging the first time. There we go. So we land down, get some energy back. Get rid of these guys. I mean, that's doable. Just kind of interesting. If actually, let's go ahead and go back and change something here. So for one thing, we get any new things here? Let's see here. This feels like a job for that sniper rifle that they mentioned earlier. Bazookas, rockets, pulse rifles. Yeah, sniper rifle, if they say so. Much better. So, for all intents and purposes, it seems like the sniper rifle is your hand missile launcher. I just need to get a little better at doing this. So, yeah, dodging is not exactly much of a thing here. Alright, let's try this again, though, because I think what I need to be doing here is just this. Just kind of ignore everything here. Go sideways. Just hit that guy. In fact, actually, let's try this again this way. So we got bigger missiles at this point. Those will be used for these guys. No, it's still 3. Weird. That doesn't feel like an upgrade at all. These rocket hits actually count as hits. Yeah, there we go. That's all that was needed. Perfect. A little manual fire action. Got whatever the worst is. This thing is not exactly screaming in having ammo, but well. Okay, 6 things left. I'm not going to say tons of ammo left, but enough. to hopefully be able to do one of these. Though it is a little inconsistent sometimes what somebody has left. Or what am I saying? Like whether something is able to lock on to something or not. There we go. 3 left. Those arrows are a lie. That's not where anything is. Yeah. Rockets, missiles, and blade seems to be the way to go. And actually, when I went and double-checked the stats on this thing, what the hell is this? Why is the way worse one 3 times the weight and, like, half the power for a slightly different energy drain? Like, that's bizarre. Anyway, 7-2. What's the final mission here? Apparently it's just one guy we're supposed to hunt down somewhere. Which is neat, I guess. Well, it feels like a maze going this way a little bit. Okay, I guess we're going after this tower thing again. Yeah, can't quite... That's weird. Right, so got basically insta-nuked by whatever that was, but that's okay, we know how to get there. And it seems like bunny hopping with a tank is absolutely a thing you can do. Let's go ahead and let it recharge a little bit more so that we have a little bit more burst once we get there. About 1 minute left. This thing probably, presumably if it's like the last one, only takes a couple shots. Stop getting absolutely annihilated instantly by those big purple balls, that'd be great. But that more or less seems to be the trick here. So just like rush in aggressively and beat the hell out of whatever the thing is. Presumably the 8-shot rocket is a little bit stronger, in which case we'll go ahead and use that on those first couple enemies. To about here. Deal with that. Kind of sort of dodge the missiles there. Deal with the purple guy, except not really. If we can just snipe some of these early. It kind of looks like we can. Few unfortunate hits in. Yeah, there we go. Get some of those out of the way early. Don't know how many there are in total. Any luck, that's actually the main 3 that are there. There we go. Purple guy's dealt with. Just... Is that a win? I have no idea if that was a win or not. I feel like it was. Okay, so that's a... So why do we not unlock anything else here? Did they just never finish these off? Is that what it is? Huh. Maybe there is no 4-3. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and call that good enough then. So I got to go get to other stuff. That is a really weird game. Apparently you can basically complete what seems to be all of it in one sitting. So I don't know if they ever finished those last few levels or what. It kind of seems weird that they'd have the spot there, but anyway. That'll be about that. So y'all have yourselves a good one. Take care, and yeah, I will see you in whatever the next thing happens to be, which probably won't be trying to do this again. I mean, don't get me wrong. I picked it up because I really want to support the series and stuff like that. I wouldn't exactly call it fun, but it is a neat little novelty. So yeah. Anyway, that's about that. Y'all have yourselves a good one. Take care. Bye.